I don't know about you, but I remember where I was at when the direction of my life was formed, Michigan International Speedway, on August 23rd, 1974, when I saw Richard Petty's fire red and petty blue Dodge go screaming by. Since then, probably just like you, we've been hooked. From our first media gig at the tender age of 15 in 1983 with Grand National Scene, to printing our own Supercars Today magazine in the 1990s, hence our name. Nothing against our open wheel friends, but if it has fenders, our nosy nature wants to find out the who, the why, and the how. We don't necessarily interview these people, we have conversations. So please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to be notified of new content every Tuesday at noon. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment on, and share these videos. Today on the program, is the NASCAR point system really all that confusing? I guess right now, though, the most confusing thing to me is all the vitriol against the waiver that was granted the sport's most popular driver, Chase Elliott. Why should Chase's waiver be dependent on if he got injured crashing a race car? What difference does it make if he's skiing, or if he's biking, or even if he falls out of bed? Is it all that easy to pick a point system based on finishes, based on prize money, based on track distance? Sure, it can be confusing, and at times, maybe the sanctioning body was reinventing the wheel. Red Byron won the very first strictly stock championship in 1949 based on prize money. However, between 1951 and 1959, 4 times the driver with either the most starts or the most wins was not the title holder. Between 1960 and 1969, 5 times the driver with either the most wins or the most starts did not win the title, as in with Richard Petty and Joe Weatherly here. And even Henley Gray had 45 starts, the most of anybody, in 1966. And speaking of 1966, when James Hilton started driving, for his career he only had 2 wins. And if you talk to any of his crew guys, they would swear up and down that NASCAR tried to keep a stroker like him from winning the title. I don't recall this much vitriol over Super Bowl titles, like in 1980, when the Eagles, who were 12-4, lost to the Oakland Raiders, a wild card team, at 11-5. 2018, 19, 20, and 21, all those Super Bowl champions did not have the winning record. And how about in 2007, when the Patriots went 16-0 but lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl? If you think your brain hurts now, try figuring out the 1973 point system, which awarded you points based on the distances you completed and the track size that you were on. But it was the system that Benny Parsons used to win the title. In an example of using the current point system put in place in 1975, Richard Petty, during a championship year, did not have the most race wins, taking 5 versus Darrell Waltrip's 7. Now, both started 31 races. Richard had 23 top 5s and 27 top 10s, whereas Darrell had 19 and 22 respectively. Darrell won 5 poles, Richard won 1. Darrell led 2,130 laps, whereas Richard led 1,149. Richard, however, took home $561,000, and Darrell took home $557,000. Everyone remembers 1985, an awesome Bill from Dawsonville, and his Winston Million win at the Southern 500. However, Darrell Waltrip, who had been a big advocate of basing the title on wins, took home 3 trophies that year versus Bill's 11, overpowering the Georgia native down the stretch. 2003 was the year that Matt Kenseth and Robbie Reiser had that incredibly consistent season and won the championship, but that led into the 2004 chase amongst 5 drivers. Years of tweaks later, and then the 2014 elimination chase happened, in which Kevin Harvick took home the crown. Martin Truex had that one spectacular year with all those wins, but didn't make the Final Four. So that again added to the series of stage points, stage wins, and whatever. And now you have the formula we have today. Sure, wins are important, but aren't other spots? If it's just wins, why give points to the other positions? Yes, it can be confusing. The champion should be based on the most starts. It should be who won the most races, the driver with the coolest uniform? Or how about who can solve multiplication or division problems the fastest? Maybe we could award it to the driver who's able to make it furthest with an ice maker strapped to their back while wearing skis or sneakers? In the end, though, who are we to tell them what their champion should be? It is what it is, and perhaps if we're going to follow, how about being happy with, well, not necessarily everything, but enough to be entertained? Because what more can they do? Or maybe we could do better and start our own series. That's a pretty good idea, isn't it?